Hey guys, this one, I'm doing this video for my cousin. Uh, Try to show him how to use batteries for electric. So just jump right in. Where this side is positive, this side is negative. And this one's negative, if you can see that. And then right here it's positive. So if you want to keep your batteries at 12 volt and just where you can unhook them, like say if you want to hook them back into your vehicle or whatnot, uh, you hook these two together. Hang on, I got it hooked to my TV again. You hook these two together, the two positives, and you double your voltage. Well, same with this side. You connect these two together and these two together, and you'll keep it at 12 volts. But if you want to double it to make it 24 volts, you turn it like this. So you got a positive and you got a negative. You hook these two together, and then you use your positive and your negative like your regular positive and negative. So you'll have these two together, which is your positive and negative, and then you got your positive, you hook this out to your positive, whatever you want to use, and then your negative on the other side of the second battery, you hook your negative to your negative, and then you make it a 24 volt system. And if you want it more voltage than that, your other ground, like how you got it here, you hook your third battery up like this, like these two, like you do these two parts right here, and then you go up by 12 volts. Every time you add a battery, you go up by 12 volts. So but with just the way these are set, like right now, let me get some stuff moved. I know I need to organize my desk. Let's keep this down. Alright. Like I said, you hook these two together to make it these two batteries 24 volts. After you do that, your batteries are they're not 12 volts anymore. You'll permanently make them where they have to be hooked like this. And that's basically how like diesel batteries and stuff is. Like say if you need to jump a diesel and you only have 12 volt batteries, you hook them up like this and it turns it to 24 volts because that's what diesels need. And then yeah, the more batteries you add, the higher voltage you get. And to make it clear again, it goes up by 12 volts each time you add a battery. But you always hook one part to like this. You hook them up in series, I think is the fancy terminology, whatever. So you'll just keep adding batteries to them. And then if you want it to run your house, you'll have to have a converter from DC to AC. That way you can run like your refrigerator or TV, internet box, charge your laptops, cell phones, etc. So if you just want it to be 12 volts, the more batteries you add together, the longer it'll last. As an example, say this battery here, say it'll last an hour. Alright, and as long as all your batteries are good, say this one runs an hour. It probably won't be an hour, but as an example, say it runs an hour. Well, if you hook these two batteries up like this, you got your two positives, you got your two negatives. Alright, it'll run 2 hours. You double it. And however many batteries you add to it, and you want to keep them all 12, you hook 12 you hook positive, 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 and then negative, 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 negative. All right, and then you increase your time that you can use them. Yeah, and the same with if you hook them up where you can make it like 24 volts. I don't know if it double, no, because if it's that, you can run more. So, anyways, you guys should understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain it the way I know. So, most people, if you want to use your vehicle to recharge these, say if you got to run into town or something like that, you can just unhook them, hook them up into your vehicle, run to town, come back, take your battery out, stick them back on. Back where you can use them to run stuff in your house. But you should be able to look online to find things that you can hook up to where you can hook them up into your house to run, like say in my case I would use it to run my internet box and my TV. So yeah, you should be able to look them up. Converters, they're not cheap, but you can also get solar panels if you want to hook them up onto these, well, your car batteries. But the best ones, if you want to make it where to run your house, the best ones to get will be diesel batteries. They cost a whole lot more than car batteries or anything. You almost double. It's like buying two car batteries, when you're buying one diesel battery. But the diesel batteries is the ones you want to run your house. But they do also sell batteries that are just for running houses. But I think they're twice as much as the diesel batteries. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But that's what I think. Yeah. So, just remember, keep them 12 volts. You hook your two negatives together, your two positives. If you want it to be 24 volts, you hook your negative and your positive on the two separate batteries, like that. So you got your positive and negative. And when you do that, 12 volt or 24 volts, and you hook your two, like, okay, let's try it like that. That way these negative and positive. Alright, and then after you hook them up, just one of these, you don't need to hook both sides up, you just need to hook one side. You use these two positive and negatives, run out to, say, your converter, if you get a converter, so it'll run your converter. And depends on how many volts you want to use, you got to get the appropriate size converter for that. If you look on converters, they'll tell you the minimum, I think, of what they can run, and the max they can run. The max is the big number it says on the top, like say 20,000 volts or 20,000 watts. Yeah, it runs by watts. If it says like 2,000 watts, 10,000 watts, I think is the max they'll run. But then I think they show you don't run this unless you have this much juice. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure about it. I don't have a converter, which wish I did. So yeah. So just remember that. If not, just rewatch the video as many times as you need. So having it this way, where your two positive, or your negative and your positives by each other, 24 volts. If you have your two negatives together 12 volts. Let's see, 12 or 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 volts, I think, is 3 batteries. 12, 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, yeah, 36 volts. If you have 3 batteries, that's 36 volts, etc., etc. They go up by 12 if you hook them up the way I got this set up, which is your negative, positive. I'm only repeating myself, so maybe you don't have to rewatch it a whole bunch of times. And it's for me to remember too that I made this video. Besides having to go back and look at it. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off of here. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, stay weird.